For part two of this week's episode, we're speaking to Nina from Surveyors UK, and on this particular part, we're going to discuss what actually is Surveyors UK. So I suppose over to you. Do you want to let us know where it's come from and what it's going to do?
Yeah, sure, Matt. I think I've been asked this question a lot, and hopefully I'll get it across quite concisely. But Surveyors UK is really addressing a number of challenges in the surveying profession. It's basically the profession is very siloed. I think there's not enough awareness, even from early careers, as we've talked about in earlier, about what a surveyor is, what they do. And I think there are so many things going on. It's a massive area, it's a massive profession. It spans across industries. So you've got all these different areas with construction, estate agency, architects. Everyone comes into touch with surveyors, but nobody's thought to bring it into one place and bring in and showcase the best of what the surveying profession has to offer. And that's by working with professional bodies, universities, firms, organizations, everyone that works within and across the profession, and going, look, here it is. This is surveying. And these are the professional bodies. These are the course providers. These are the thought leaders. And so I kind of felt like, where, if you wanted to learn about something, where would you go? And you can find things, but it's spread everywhere. So I hope that kind of gives a feel for what it is.
No, it does, and you touched on it earlier. Obviously, you have the student group, and that's really a really good resource for students specifically. And then there's these,
Yeah.
there's other groups as well. But you're right, there isn't a central hub where you can go to then sort of drill down and find what you need. So you're having to constantly search. So I understand the concept. I suppose why are you launching it? What drove you to sort of want to do
Yeah.
it, I suppose?
It was I had one of those moments, and it was kind of, I think it was very much inspired by the student group. I think when I realized how much that was helping, the students, whether even finding a job through there or finding a mentor or just getting support and advice. And I thought, how about if we had something like this, but where we could help and benefit thousands of people, so thousands of students and surveyors, and help provide a resource and a place to go, to ask questions, to connect, to network. And it was kind of, I thought, and it was kind of a bit of a light bulb moment. I'm like, this needs somewhere, literally a central place. So we can kind of connect. It is all about, I always come back to connections. It is connecting the industry together, whether that be a student looking for a job or a mentor, whether that be a surveying firm that is looking to work on a project with another surveying firm so they can connect together, whether it's thought leadership and industry level issues that can be discussed, because we facilitate that through the site. So there's lots of different things going on, and I think we needed somewhere to bring it together and for people to collaborate, because lots of things are going on that I see across the board, and I see them all doing it separate, and I'm like, let's come together.
Yeah, and if you stop the duplication of effort, we can then put more effort into actually progressing rather than repeating the same processes over.
Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
I suppose. How will it work? So if you're a surveyor or student or anyone else going on to the site, you mentioned one thing earlier, I think, around WhatsApp groups, and sort of 200 people involved, and it's pinging away, and before you know it, you've lost track of what's happened. How will Surveyors UK address sort of those types of issues where you've become part of a group and you want to be able to learn about something, ask a question, and track it more easily? You're having discussion areas and threaded out.
Yeah, we've got community groups at the moment. Before the full rollout, we've got 2 groups that you can join, a general student group and surveying group. But with the full rollout membership, which students can join for free as well, it's important. And then you can sign up to pay a monthly subscription, like from £12 a month. It's meant to be really affordable, because the idea is we want thousands of surveyors and students on there because they'll benefit each other. But once you get inside that paid membership, we're going to have specialist communities. Okay. So, for example, in one of the areas, prop tech, software, AI. A lot of surveyors have gone, I don't know where to go to ask questions
Mhm.
about what's out there, what's happening in AI. So we're basically facilitating communities within the site. And that is just one element of Surveyors UK, but that's quite a central and important area.
Yeah, I think those discussions could be quite valuable actually, because it's that knowledge share then. But yeah, hopefully it sort of, as you say, it develops in a way where people ask the question without feeling it's public, or is someone going to make them feel
Yeah,
silly for putting their hand up and stuff like that. So
yeah. I've
yeah,
kind of
yeah,
brought from my doing social media marketing for years. I've kind of brought with to this kind of the best things of social media, but it's off social media. So it's not going to be dictated to by algorithms. So you're not going to post something. I mean, LinkedIn's brilliant. I love LinkedIn, but you'll post something and it's gone. You'll post an event, you'll share an opportunity, or you'll post for mentoring or something, and it disappears. And so we're facilitating something that there'll be discussion groups. You can post up a discussion topic. You can directly instant message someone else. You can do all the things. You can tag people in. It's kind of all the things you can do at the moment, really, on LinkedIn and Facebook. But with the student group, for example, um, I one of the things I came across was at least 1 in 4 people would say to me, "I'd love to join your group, but I'm not on Facebook." Or I'll have people that are on Facebook and they don't want to post because it's their personal profile. It's their kind of family, personal things. And then you have it where a lot of surveyors do not want to post on LinkedIn because it's public, because it is. You have no control. Whereas within Surveyors UK, we're going to moderate it. So everyone that joins, you would moderate it like you would with a group or community. But they have the ability to post things, and it's not a fear of,
yeah. Potential
and out in
customer
the
seeing a
public,
question.
and yeah,
Yeah,
and we're going to carry on the ethos of the student group, where it's a great community. We've barely had any issues with that, because it's all about who you allow to join, and making sure that everyone's fair and supports each other. There's no bullying and things like that. We've got group rules set up within the
yeah.
platform, and if people aren't, then you know they'll
Not
have to
enforced.
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we're very strict on that.
Yeah, I think that's important, because you have to be able to have an open culture of discussion, and
Mm.
without fear of being knocked down for asking
Yeah,
questions. It's good to have that.
yeah, it's having the
Yeah,
opinion, but not supportive. Everyone is entitled to opinions, and we want debate, we want discussion, but we want it done in a fair way, And I think that's the thing. And but yeah, there's lots of communities, and long term, with the growth of the site, what we do want to do is roll out regional groups, because one of the things that is really needed is if you're a student or a surveyor in a region and you want to network online in the community, even with your local estate agent can join, a conveyancer, people can discuss things and discuss projects that are down the road or local topics. So that is sort of the end game is to have regional groups and get events on there as well as part of it.
Oh no, that's really good actually. So you mentioned the sort of discussion bits, one aspect of it. What are the other areas you're trying to, or looking to help with, in terms of the sort of the site
Yeah,
of Surveyors
lots of
UK?
different areas. So one of the areas we've done, we've collated, and we're just literally that area is just being worked on at the moment. Is we pull in all the podcasts, so all the podcasts from across surveying, and there's a lot of overlap. So there's some like in construction that are relevant. We're going to have a dedicated news area. We're going to have blogs. So we're interested in hearing from guest writers, people who already write their own blogs or want to write some content with their expertise. We publish them on the big areas of events. So we are working with conference providers. For example, the RICS Matrix events, get Matrix events on there. Even local meetups. We know a lot of surveyors do local meetups. You can even put that on there. So events is another one. Job board. So I'll have a job board in the platform. So that we open for anyone just to, obviously search jobs and link through to opportunities. We're going to have a big area, which is probably one of the key areas that sort of really sort of suggested this was needed, was around CPD and training. So we're talking to lots of CPD providers, training companies, um, to provide CPD, whether it's online, whether it's pre-recorded, um, whether it's face-to-face. That's another area of training, because when you sign up as a member, you will have your own professional dashboard. You will be able to literally save things into that and watch it at your leisure. So that's kind of quite an important area, I think, especially within the surveyor's side when they've got their CPD requirements, because we've collated lots of free CPD. So, it's not just paid areas. The other big area that had a lot of interest is we are partnering with a lot of anyone that provides a product or service to the surveying profession. So we are talking to insurance companies, equipment providers, security companies that want to provide penetration tests for our members. Lots of different. So anyone that wants to sort of get in front of surveyors. And what we're doing with them is we're partnering up, and they're providing discounts to members, free trials, that kind of thing. Software is a big one.
Yeah,
Software,
yeah,
that's a big area. And so what can we provide as value, and not just necessarily just a discount to sign up to the software, but we've got people that are going to do videos for us, content, and just share that within the
yeah,
community.
yeah. No, I think that sounds really good. It's as a surveyor, you don't want to spend all your time just trying to find resources that you need
That's
for
it.
specific things. So if you can get on with it, I think the CPD one sounds really good, because when you have to submit what you've been doing all year, trying to go back and find what it was if you haven't kept a log, it's nice to be able to log in and go, right, that's everything I've done. This is what it adds up to. Fantastic. So, but yeah, I agree. I think it's to be able to find all the different things you need quickly, so you can then focus on actually analysing stuff rather than trying to find it in the first place, which is, I suppose, something we've talked about before with AI and what the benefits
Yeah,
of what that can do. But that's another topic
that
altogether.
is, yeah, altogether.
What's been the initial response? Because you've had some people logging in, obviously, already on soft launch. So what's
Yeah.
been the initial feedback? The
Oh,
people you've been speaking to?
incredible,
Yeah.
incredible. I think we had free registered members. I think when I looked last week, when we first, was it last week? I've lost track of time at the moment. But when we first went live, we had 93 registrants in 2 days, literally. We had over 650 people that have registered on the early bird landing page. But the feedback has been incredible, and this is from across the board. So with regards to the professional bodies that we're talking to. We're talking to the RICS, the CIOB, the TSA, the Expert Witness Institute. I mean, there are so many. To have them on board, because there'll be an area just for professional bodies. They'll have their own directory. And then universities, it's been extremely positive, because universities can have their own profile page and get involved. But we've just had a lot of interest from people that want to get involved with things at an industry level, because what we can facilitate over time is like closed working groups. So rather than a WhatsApp, we've got the software where you could, as long as you're a member on there, we can facilitate a closed working group where people can discuss things and exchange things off social media, but private. It's been extremely positive. We're very positive. We've been nominated for 2 awards now, shortlisted for 2 awards. So one was before the first stage go live, and we just got to know about one last week. The Great British Entrepreneur Awards was shortlisted for that.
Awesome. Well, congratulations on that. That's really
Yeah,
great. I think the feedback and stuff like that shows that there's obviously an appetite for what you're doing. So
yeah. We
yeah,
we literally, I almost every day, I have someone that will thank us for it. They're literally going, "This is brilliant. This is what we need." People are very interested in getting involved, just supporting what we're doing. I've had so many people say, "I'd love to get involved, Nina. Just tell me, what can we do?" And people that are just happy to spread the word. I've been asked about having Surveyors UK, names or our logo on their websites, and people just kind of want to. When we realise that what we're trying to do is we don't compete with anyone. We're literally bringing together everybody in an impartial way and an independent way, and saying, look, this is what's out there. And it's that sharing collaborate,
Collaborate. Yeah.
yeah, collaborate, work together. Because I think, I've got a motto. It's not just what you know, it's who you know. That's something that's a real motto for me. And people will benefit so much just from knowing other people, whether it be ask a question or whether it be, I don't know, get some advice or learn about marketing tips. There are so many different things that people will benefit from those connections from a business level as well, from owning your own business.
I completely agree with that. I mean, our philosophy at Surveybook has always been collaborate rather than, we're not here to step on toes. We're here to help connect people, all the different systems people use, so they can operate more efficiently, more effectively. So we're not there to, step on anyone's toes. We're there to help build a better environment and make the pie bigger, and more useful. So exactly the same philosophy you've got, which is
Yeah,
connect everyone,
exactly.
make it better.
Yeah, make it
Yeah.
better. That's exactly it. And as you know, there is so much change going on out
Mm.
there in the world, especially in the area of technology. It's phenomenal. But I think it is that sharing, and I think there's enough out there for everyone. I really do. I really do believe that, and I think there's just incredible things happening. It's a very there's a lot of change. It's a very interesting time in surveying. It really is, and I think it's an exciting time.
Oh, definitely. It's an interesting time in the world. I think it's generally.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. But I suppose just to wrap up
yeah.
this particular topic, if people want to get involved, how do they register or start getting involved with things?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there's all different ways, but obviously you can go straight to the website, which you can see up there, www.surveyorsuk.com, or on social media. So we're on LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram, and obviously just Google us. You can find us now. I think we're literally, so after going live, you can find us on page 1 of Google. We're on there. Probably halfway up the page, which is great. Or if anyone's really interested in, wanting to know more, get involved, or working with us, or partnering with us, just get in touch with me, which is nina@surveyorsuk.com. Just drop me an email.
Perfect. Well, I think the only thing I'd add is I think for it to be a useful resource for everyone, it's going to be as good as what you put into it, not as in you, but as a user on the site. So,
Mm,
don't hide in the background, ask the questions, get involved in conversations,
yeah,
but
very
and
good
then
point.
that's where the value will come from.
That's
Um,
it, please. Yeah, and it's providing that area for people to do that, as a safe place where people can speak up and air their views.
Definitely. Well, good luck with the sort of next phases of
Thank you.
growth, and hopefully we can catch up again on this particular topic a bit later in
Yeah,
the year and see how it's
definitely.
going.
That'd be great.
But tune in for topic 3, where we're going to be discussing improving marketing in the surveying industry, which ties back into a couple of things we've touched on already.